Hey, good people, this is your host, Richard Clemens. This is the TNC Network, and this is Bipolar in Cleveland. Welcome, everybody. Good morning, good people. God's people, God's praise, glory, praise, all the GPs that belong in there. I welcome you guys. Tupac was a prophet. And let's get this show started.
I'm the bad guy. I'm the villain of the story. Pages turning. I'm the star of the movie. What you was afraid of, the reason that you worry. Cause I'm the bad guy. I'm the villain of the story. I'm the bad guy. Villain of the story. Pages turning. I'm the star of the movie. What you was afraid of, the reason that you worry. I'm the bad guy. I'm the villain of the story.
What's up, guys? What's up? It's been a minute. Let's get right into it. My notes are minimum. I just actually wanted to make an episode because I haven't been making one. Stuff been going on. Right? I was supposed to make one yesterday for sure because I was going to make some type of Thursday because I have this ongoing appointment on Thursdays, and I thought I was going to talk about it. But then I was thinking, I'm okay with myself most of the times because it's like I ain't care about shit, like when I wasn't sick, and other people get sick and people die and stuff like that, and I miss their funerals and I feel bad, like for whatever reason. I mean, sometimes it just came down that didn't have anything to wear, which is a shame, or didn't have a haircut, wasn't presentable to go pay your last respects because everybody else is going to be looking at you type of stuff. I don't know what's wrong with me. But my point is that so I'm not going to make those Thursday episodes because I don't want to talk about that shit. I don't care, right now that I am, so-called whatever. I'm still not going to talk about it. It's so funny how people talk about like their illnesses and, what's wrong with them. And I understand the group supports and things like that, the support groups. I think those are necessary. I never took advantage of it. But I think those are necessary. But like people that have these, reoccurring nightmare situations where they always put themselves back in these, in the situation or, back into the experience, and under the guise of helping other people. Like, I don't find that like mentally, rewarding or, I don't know what you would call it, like not mentally, the word's just on the tip of my tongue. It's not good for the brain. So, the elections, this is what I want to talk about for the most part. So everybody's out. Now I have a little bit more of an opinion on things. Feel like I be derelict sometimes and not talking about the politics enough. And it's like all I watch and, on TV most of the time is news and something, reading something about some news, and, some type of paper or whatever. And like I rarely, talk about it enough, It's like, you're supposed to talk about the stuff that it wouldn't seem like I know about politics, but I do. And but there's so many nuances to it and things like that. And it's so opinion based, it's like kind of petty to talk about, They say like politicians are people that wanted to be actors, but they was too ugly. It's not my words. Okay. So, Trump talking silly. How he does with the forest fires, you need to gotta sweep the forest, get some big rakes, sweep the whole forest. You know, we won't have so many fires. With the coronavirus, you know, and now it's spreading. He done said a whole bunch of ignorant stuff that I don't want to repeat. I mean, it's not necessary, right? People, it's like, it's so funny. It's like, you know, you like, so you want to show how dumb he is. So you, reiterate and, you know, and replay his antics over and over again, you know, on repeat for, you know, everybody to talk about over again, but you say he don't know what he's talking about. So why are you playing a clip of him not knowing what he's talking about? Because if you keep playing it, because he was talking like he knew what he was talking about. So like, I don't know, is it like the Obama machine? But it wouldn't be the Obama, right? Because Obama beat Clinton. But who took her down in 16? I don't know. It's like, because, you know, she could have, you know, Bernie could have beat Hillary, you know, for, you know, the Democratic nominee back when. And it's like, you know, they have all coalesced against Bernie once again, and, you know, they do not want him to be the nominee. And like, me and my mother kept getting into it about Bernie Sanders and Bloomberg, right? He dropped out also, but Bernie, it was, you know, because she called him a socialist, and I was calling, you know what I was saying? It's a democratic socialist, and it's not what you mean, you know, and all of this, and she want to tell me, you know, all the talking points that everybody's been harping on, you know, about, it's like they think that we're going to be some type of a communist country, you know, and Venezuela, you know, Venezuela didn't work out, and all these other socialist countries, you know, they tried it, are not faring well. Things like that. And my only point was, like, it's not, you know, it's not, it's about the policies, you know, it's about making, you know, these companies is making $1 trillion, billions of dollars, you know, pay more tax money, you know. I mean, like, you know, I don't know, like, if you make $1 million, you know, like, you get taxed like 40%, something over, like, you know, they tax a lot of money. And these corporations are getting away with, you know, paying less than their fair share. That's it, you know. And even if they had to, you know, hike in, you know, 10, 20 cent more, or however that goes, you know, because like when the economy is doing good, your rent goes up, everything else goes up. So, you know, that's making them more money. So that means, you know, you put more money in to the pot on your end, and everybody wins. But day after Bernie, you know, they don't want him to win because, you know, it's about keeping the status quo, you know, and who's more status quo than Joe Biden, you know. And it was so funny about, you know, Pete Buttigieg, you know, and him talking about he's the, you know, because he's gay and he's, you know, he's young. So people thinking that he's a breath of fresh air. Like, this you know, like he's, he's just like, you know, he the same body and young skin, you know what I mean? He's probably more conservative than most people would ever think, you know? Like, right. I mean, I got an episode, it's like black people can't be racist, but the whole point that led to that whole conversation was, you know, I asked the dude, and everybody missed this point, why are there gay racists? You know what I mean? If you feel, because he want to make a point about, you know, feeling like black people because he gay, so he go through the same stripes and boo to all of that. Hold on. It's been a minute, you know. I probably have my effects keyed up already. Boo this, man. Right. Being gay has nothing to do with being black. But he wanted to make that point. Some other point is this. is about Pete Buttigieg. You know, it's not anything, not a new shiny penny or anything different. You know what I mean? People, you know, they want to go against, they want to, you know, vote for the unicorn and all that other shit. But he's, you know, one of them wolves in sheep clothing type of thing. And Bloomberg, you know, was even worse. You know, I think he would have been worse than Trump. Cause you got a dude that just say he a billionaire, say he got all this money, say all this stuff that he's, you know, all this and this and that, and try to put on all these airs, you know, like he, you know, the best thing since sliced bread. Then you got a dude that's actually, you know, the best thing since sliced bread with $60-something billion. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm gonna throw it all at you, you know. And so, like, he way more dangerous than Trump, but he's out also now. So that was, you know, that was very interesting. And I think all this came about because of that early jump that Bernie took on the delegates, and so they got scared. You know, they still wanted to make it a competition, but he was about to shut everything down. You know, it was basically all shut down, you know, and then everybody quit. Amy quit, Amy Klobuchar quit. Everybody quit, and then they started endorsing Biden, you know, and then Beto O'Rourke came out to endorse him. But the thing is this, okay, I'm going to pass the, right, Bloomberg being, Warren, right, Warren, not endorsing, you know, not getting out right when everybody else got out, you know, to go ahead and back Bernie since she's supposed to be the female Bernie, but you see that she's not. Because I wonder if it would have been the other way around what he had done. You know, like, you don't know what these people do. You know, you think they good people and you want to vote for them and all this, but then they do shitey shit. You be like, oh yeah, you know, they ain't nothing. But the thing is, like, she hasn't endorsed Biden, you know. I mean, she hasn't endorsed Bernie Sanders, and so, like, that's hurting him, you know, because, you know, that all her constituents and all the people who was backing her, you know, a proportion of those people will go over, you know, to Bernie. I mean, which they probably already have, but her endorsement would mean everything, you know, that would make all the difference. And her not doing that, you know, says something very telling, you know, and it's, you know, about this system, you know. I do want to say one thing, right? That episode I made, No Grand Plan, that shit has been on my mind. I think, like, that's one of the worst things that I could ever say about it, you know, because people always have grand plans. I guess I wanted to say that they don't work out, like, you know, all those plans that people always make, you know, and all those conspiracies, like, that shit never really pans out, you know, but people do get affected, you know, by the egomaniacs of the world, you know. And, you know, this affects, you know, because the world is a big place, you know, but you know, you're going to die off sooner or later, but how many people are going to get burnt in your path, you know what I mean, while you trying to reach the stars type of thing. And so my point is this, Joe Biden, right? And so I've been telling y'all people that, you know, black people are the conscience of this world. I don't know if we're doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying, you know, by going against Bernie, because, you know, as I said before, black people are some of the most conservative people also. Like, people don't get it, you know. We all grew up in the same America, watching the same thing, you know. And so we all want to be good old boys, you know, good Americans. And Joe Biden being Barack's vice president means everything to black people. And that Collins endorsing endorsing Joe Biden, changed the tide, here come the black people to the rescue. Like, is that my dude? Hey, my cousin. It's like, remember Training Day when, they had Hoyt in the bathroom, you know what I mean? And he had the picture of the girl in his water. It's like, it's like, hey, he know my people, It's like, you know him? Yeah, I know him. He cool. It's like, okay, you good people. We're going to let you live, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to help you out, Right. I ain't never liked the other motherfucker no way, But, like, that's how we did Biden, when we saved Biden's life and his political career, and his legacy, of never winning a primary, going for president, 3 times now. I think it's his 3rd time going, trying to be president. So good luck to him, But what Bernie Sanders is saying, I concur. That's all I'm going to say. Like I said, I do have more of an opinion now that has just gotten down to them too. So, until the convention, we got to be going through this as they tick off the states. But they didn't stop Bernie, damn near in his tracks. So he has, and like, all these dudes is old as hell, but like, he galvanizes the young people, and then they talking about, he don't have enough, they want to pick at, there's not enough young people coming out, or, he doesn't have enough black people. And Biden, with the crime bill, which is like, I told my mother, with Bloomberg, that's stopping fresh shit, boo to that. So I wasn't even entertaining anything about him, doing anything. And I would say this also. Steyer probably heard Bernie Sanders in South Carolina also, with all that money that he spent. He spent more money than anybody else in South Carolina, just to get that little percentage. It's like, that's why I don't like me making the episode No Grand Plan, because you see these, maybe, maybe I'm not wrong, it's like, like you see they little strategies, you see they little plans, you know what I mean? It's like, this is why I don't want to play the game with these people, like, cause they don't even play good, and then when black people get in, we play better than them, they want to cheat, you know what I'm saying? So it's no need, no need to engage, do not engage the hostiles, we need to adapt that mentality more. It's like, and I've been going through like these little situations, and it always come down to blaming myself, because like, I was doing my podcast, trying to get better at it a little bit, being consistent with everything like that. So I've been trying to get to the visual, so that, cost money. So trying to save some money, brought this little web camera that doesn't work real good. I mean, it was shitty. So, that didn't work out. I've been wasting money however it goes, but then get into like another situation where you let let somebody borrow some money that you're not supposed to, not really, let them, but at the moment, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, cause I'm a gambler, so when people lose at gambling, you kind of feel them, if you're that way, however, and it's like, you hope somebody comes back sometimes, however that goes. And then it's like I have my brother, right, going through his situation who needs money and stuff like that. And then like a couple of days after this, you know, he need money, but I don't have it now because I let somebody else borrow. And now it's like, you know, picking teeth, you know, to get my money back, you know. And then on top of all this stuff, it's like every 7 years, you know what I'm saying, like some bullshit happens. It's like, you know what I'm saying, it's like when you are always the outsider, you are always the, you know, the first one to get kicked out the tribe. You know what I mean? Like, you don't belong no way. Like, you know, like you were just, you know, you just a stepchild anyway. You know, it's like I'm telling y'all, like, being alone is being alone. Like, and it's like you've been alone, like, and like, and I'm fine with that most of the times, you know. But it's like, so even when you try to go out, it's like, okay, it's not good for man to be alone, as God has said, you know. So you go out, you know, you, everybody want to have a cheers, you know what I'm saying? You know, where everybody knows your name, stuff like that, and you cool and everything's like that. But it's like, I don't know, like you outgrow environments, you outgrow things, you know what I mean? And it's like, if it's always going to be some bullshit, then some, you know, sooner or later the bullshit going to end up with you, you know, or end up in your lap. Right. That was me ranting. Because it's like, this is why my notes are so short, because I just wanted to get on and make an episode, because I haven't made one. It's like, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It's like, what I'm trying to say is like, you know, once you start doing something, or you're supposed to be doing it, that's what you're supposed to be doing. And when you don't do those things, you know, life gets interrupted and things don't work out because it seems, you know, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you know. And that's how I've been feeling like all this week, you know. Like my mother's birthday was the first, you know. And it's like, right, me not, like us not really speaking right now, again, you know. I always hate when shit don't be going right, you know, in my little vicinity, you know, when I'm not speaking to her, because it could be going, you know, like, it could be going fine, but like, or not fine, but if I'm speaking to her, then it's cool, you know what I mean? But it's like, stuff start happening, and I'm not speaking to her, it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, shouldn't put one of them damn curses on me or something. Until you do right by me, right? I brought her a birthday present, and right, and put it on her door, like Amazon. Cause like we got into it, right? I told y'all before, in the Family Ties episode about, you know what I'm saying, they mad at my brother about the shit that he did with to my sister. And, you know, want to take stuff out on me. I'm not on it. And then, right, then my brother, you know what I'm saying, he want to call me and act like everything is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are a habitual line stepper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand. And he's like, he doesn't get the part about, you know, you supposed to, like, I'm talking about, like, right, this and another, like, family ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You got people that you think was family, then they not family, then people supposed to be family, they don't act like family, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, respect is not given or taken, it's mutual, you know? If you think you gotta give somebody something, or if you think you gotta take something from somebody, then you are not a good person, you know? Even if you think you gotta give people something, that will make you good, you know? But once again, I digress. Right? One of my OMC moments, I wanted to get a couple things off my chest. Just like, you know, like, right, I was motivated by Mike Tyson. Shout out to Mike Tyson, Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson podcast. But watching his ass, and he just be like, he's stuck in his head. You know, he do a lot of what I do, like tell the same stories over and over again, or tell how he feel, over and over again to, whoever's going to listen at the time. But his co-host, the white dude, I think he used to be a fighter also, like a MMA fighter. But he's like, somebody famous said that if you knew the amount of violence that it took to be this gentle, and I was like, I like that. Because, like, a lot of stuff been going on this week, and I'll be like, I mean, sick and all. I'd be like, you be like, you want to do something to somebody. I got this history of violence, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm cool. Like, right, it said, if you knew how much violence it took to be this gentle, and it's like, I always get caught up in like Bizarro world, like nothing, like it's not like how any of this is supposed to work, It's not how any of this is supposed to work. And it's like you just get caught up in, it's like, and that's the thing about it, like I said before, because I'm supposed to be at home by myself making this damn podcast and writing, right? And writing and talking to y'all guys. That's what I'm supposed to be doing, Everything else, not supposed to be doing other things, because it leads to old habits, right? And you're trying to break old habits. So you're trying to do different things. So you can't, you can't hang around the same establishments and hang around the same people all the time. And I don't even do that. Like, I don't even know. That's why I get mad, at the world, at my karma, or how things works. I mean, because it's like, no matter, my catch-22 kicks in, like if I stay in here, it's like, this is not good for my mental stability. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. It's not good for mental stability. But like when I go out, then I get in trouble being around people. You know what I mean? It's like I said before, I'll be like, I don't have the right people to hang around, so I have to work on that. Right? All the answers. Right. So with that being said, Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, and the politics of 2020 will come to a close. I'm not going to end like that. Right. I'm not going to make this episode longer than I need to, because I know I got the random, going off, and I really didn't explain myself, Buddhist man. But, I'm not going to make it longer by trying to explain myself. I'm going to keep it professional, keep it political. So until next time, this has been your host, Richard Clemens. You are tuned in to the TNC Network. Bipolar in Cleveland is the name of the show. Until next time, I love you guys. My God, my dog, and all the old nosy people. So, peace. My music won't play. I hate when I do that at the end. I don't get that part. Right, I was going to go to the studio. That's what I've been feeling like doing with my old ass. To get some stuff, get some thoughts out of my brain. But then, like, I forgot, right? You got a whole podcast. Like, it's not rapping, but it is, to get some things out of my brain and out into the atmosphere so I don't have to hold on to it, That's what I do when I write. And I need to do more writing. Less rapping, right? Rapping is lazy. I figured that out. I think I said that already. Because it's too easy for me to do it. Even old as I am, I could still, do it real good. The words they are, never got into the performance of it. But my words Oh yeah, my words on my back, nigga. I'm sexy than a motherfucker. Peace. Been trying to play this music. It won't play. So, no music for you guys. Oh, duh. Mm-hmm. Right. And this is the thing about practice and consistency. See how I haven't done, like, it's only been about a week or so I haven't made an episode, and I'm acting like I haven't done it ever in my life before again. Peace.
Villain of the story. I'm the bad guy. Villain